Haven, and I'm going to be giving a speech over personal finance. Did you know 61% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck in America? If you don't want that to be you, then I highly suggest that you listen to what I'm about to say. Learning about personal finance is important because it can help you retire early, put your kids through college, and leave a debt free, happy life. I have read multiple books, blogs, and articles over personal finance and attended seminars to help me manage my personal finances, and now I want to share that information with you. I'm going to be going over some general personal finance tips that can help people of all ages become. First, you're going to want to find where you are financially. Next, you're going to want to set goals and establish a budget for those goals. And then third, you're going to want to balance and build your own portfolio. That is what I'm going to be going over. So first, whenever you want to find where you are financially, you're going to want to check and find out what your credit score is. After that, you're going to want to check your debt to income ratio. This is all the debt minus your monthly income. You want to keep this number below 36% to maximize your credit score to its full potential. If you get over 36%, it can start to hurt your credit score. So you want to try to keep this below 36% to do you the best it can. After this, you're going to want to check your net worth. Your net worth is everything you own that has value, such as your home, your stocks, a business you own, anything you have, all the money in your savings account, checking account, all the money you have and everything you own that has value added up together minus everything you owe on, such as student loans, car loans, anything you owe money on. Whatever number you come up with, this is your net worth. This is a very important number because this is the most accurate way to track how much wealth you have and how much wealth you're worth. This can help you track and progress how you're progressing with your wealth. Also, both of these numbers I just gave you are key factors in applying for a loan. So knowing these two numbers will help you when you apply for a loan if you know what they are and know that they're good. This is a lot of times what loan officers go by when determining whether you qualify for a loan or not. And once you know where you are financially, you're going to want to set goals. You want to set realistic goals so that way when you meet them, you get a sense of accomplishment and you want to keep going and setting more goals. If you set unrealistic goals, then whenever you don't meet them, you're going to fall off track and you're going to quit doing it and sticking to the plan. So make sure you set realistic goals. Your goals are going to depend on where you are in life and what you're trying to save money for. It could be for a down payment on a house, a car, saving for retirement, saving for college. It could be many different things, and you need to set it depending on where you are in life and what you want to save money for. Once you know what your goals are and you have it written down, then you can establish a budget to help you meet those goals. Whenever you establish a budget, you want to take your monthly net income, meaning your net income, the money you get each month after taxes are taken out, and minus all your monthly expenses. The money you have left over, you need to take a portion of that to set aside for your monthly goals. Maybe you'll have to cut down your expenses or completely eliminate some expenses to help reach this number. And you might even have to make a way where you can generate more revenue each month in order to reach this number. But that's the point in writing this down, so that way you can figure out a way to reach this number and reach your goals. After this, you're going to want to make sure that you have a 3 to 6 month nest egg built up for in case of emergencies. This is important to have in case of a crisis happens, such as something happens, you lose your job or anything like that. You have enough money saved up to still protect you financially to help you get back on your feet. You always want to make sure that you have a nest egg for this, in this case of emergency. Next, I'm going to help you actively manage and build your portfolio. Well, a portfolio is your investments and everywhere where you got your money. When building a portfolio, you want to make sure you build your assets and limit your liabilities. That means your assets are such things such as real estate, stocks, bonds, a business, anything that produces you value and has value. That adds to your income. Your liabilities is anything that generates debt or lowers your net worth, such as buying a new car because as soon as you buy it, it drops in value and lowers your net income. And such as your credit card and a new phone. They all lower your net worth because as soon as you buy them, they drop in value or they're costing you expenses. So you want to make sure you build your assets and limit your liabilities. You want to make sure you keep your portfolio diverse so that nothing happens to it, because if you have all your money in one place, you have a greater chance of losing it. So you want to make sure you have your money spread out in different places, so if anything happens to it in one location, you still have all this in another location. You want to also know your risk tolerance. I noticed in the survey a lot of people didn't understand what I meant by risk tolerance. It depends on where you're in your life that how much risk you can afford. If you're about to retire, you have less of a risk tolerance, meaning you want to put your money where it's pretty safe and won't be lost. If you're younger, you can afford a higher risk because if your money's lost, you have more time to recoup that money. For my conclusion, I'm going to say, remember this. Find where you are financially, set goals and establish a budget to meet those goals, and start building and managing your portfolio actively. Remember, always manage your money because no one's going to do it for you. Start investing as soon as possible. It's never too early to invest in yourself and in your future. I got my sources. One source is this book, Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. It's a very good book. Another source is Good Financial Sis by a financial planner named Jeff Rose. And another one of my sources is Financial Samurai by Sam Dogan, who's been working in finance for 13 years. These are all good sources for you to check out and see where I got some of my information from. Thank you.